Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest.
Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Delta. Regular. Here we go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 24, Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jameis to throw it. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
I'm trying to collect. Watch twist. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On second down, it's Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Josh Allen in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
R52. Pro team spill.
45's the
Gun.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Quick dad. Quick. Alert. Come. Hey, orbit.
45.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Five wide. Out.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Hey, echo.
45.
Here we go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
45's the mic. Rabbit. 45's the mic.
Hey, home.
All right, T. Let's
Stop.
watch the twist.
Fournette running out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
I'm going to run you over.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, and that'll be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 56. Mike
Five.
We got it. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be... And he's into the clear. The 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 89 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, Good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Check. 52.
Bandit. 45.
Smooth. Hey, tight.
45.
First down, and they're going to throw without it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
It's going to be a long day. Hey, Alpha. It's going to be a long day.
Allen will try again on second down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Carl Nassib charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
Bravo.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Hey, Haywood.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball is intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Ready. You ready. Ready. I'm coming for you. You mind? Check out. Let me go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Ready. You ready. Ready. Man, I got you. Let me go.
Throwing on second and 14. Winston flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20. Yard line.
Intercepted. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Check 180. Check like 45. No getting on this defense. No gets.
Kill.
Hey, home.
Fournette, a first down carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 24-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Flip.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll go with Jones. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Ronald Jones unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Watch out. 56. X3. 218, chopper. Hey, home.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Hey, exit.
Check 56. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball. We go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. On 1st and 10, Winston. And this is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Even.
First down.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
and this is caught. A big pickup of 38. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Ready? Who ready? Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Let's go.
Now Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You have to think about some misdirection or something.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Indianapolis. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing on first down is Allen. Connecting here with DJ Shark. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Middle. Hey. High 7.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Hey, watch the ball. Hey, check Mike 45.
Watch the run.
Pass.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Time to go. Night.
Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Regular. 45's the Mike. Hey, seam 6.
You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Half 85.
And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Stop.
You ready?
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike. Tight.
Check 45.
Hey, wahoo. Come on.
Allen now on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the boot.
Hey, Foxtrot.
45. It's a party now. 45's the Mike. I'm scared.
Allen throwing again. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 44. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They're not ready for this, man.
Again, it's Jones. And some room to work. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
At their own
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Hitting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Mike, Delta. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
From the 31, Allen. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Josh Oliver with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Winston. Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Winston now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Rolling to his right. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Ready?
The first down throw for Winston. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
Keep it up, guys. Under 10, under 10, 10. He's checking. Crash. Kill. Green, come with me. Hey, turn it out. Truck. Check. Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Tedrick Thompson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now a pass hauled in downfield and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 37.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Forty-four, Mike, come on. Come on, Nick. That QB's trash. Let's go.
It's an end around with Perriman. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Watch the run.
Play fake. Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Allen in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up. And he's got his tight end Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Allen now to throw again. That's out to his running back, Fournette. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
13 yards on the play. Move those chains. That's good for Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You ain't doing nothing today.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Hey, Echo. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Hit. Hey, tight. Hey, check.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Equanimous St. Brown, an 80-yard touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Buzz. Hey.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. Open target here, Darius Slayton. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Hey, check Mike 45. Bring it.
On second down, here's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the...
And he's going to go down again. Christian Wilkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Fielded at the 33. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Switch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. From the 39, Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. The Jaguars on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Able to locate his running back, open downfield. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 45 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Smooth.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Throwing again. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Gonna give this time to the tailback. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they will take a knee here.
Winston on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Well, Charles,